Hey everyone, so welcome to yet another video of Practical 6, Exercise 3. So for this exercise, sorry about that. For this exercise, I'm going to show you the output first so that you can understand what I explain in the code. So this is where you have a competition and there are, let's say for example, 5 prizes and there's 1,000 people that entered for this competition. So prize 1 will go to ticket number 3, prize 2 will go to ticket number 5. It's random. So it's not someone that chose it, it's by random. And you'll also see that's why we have a random object that we're going to use inside the code. Alright, so first let's say, as I said, 1,000 tickets that entered the competition, and there's a total of 5 prizes. Now if I say go, you can see, okay, cool, prize 1 goes to ticket 590, prize 2 goes to 651, etc, etc. So this is pretty cool. This is the exact same way competitions can be actually coded or written in the real world. Cool. So now that you know this, I can more easily explain to you what's going on in the code. Cool. Let's have a look at that. So okay, wait. I'm gonna actually keep this like this so that you can see what I'm explaining. All right, cool. So int prize num, this is your variables. Okay, by now you need to know, okay, cool. So if you have a text box there and a text box there, you need to have variables declared and to convert it to those variables. All right. Okay, but I'm also going to go through this just for you to recap. But by now you ought to know this. So your variables will be int prize num equals 0, int amount prizes, int amount tickets. Okay, cool. So amount prizes, obviously, this text box, and amount tickets, that text box. All right. Now we get the values from the text boxes. We convert it to int because it's a number, and a text box always works with string values, so that's why we convert it. And now we create a new random object. So this random object is used within the while loop. But okay, cool. I'll be explaining this to you now. The reset text function or method, the two brackets there shows that it's a method, um, clears the text box every time you click the button, the event. So every time you click OK, OK, or go, the numbers they change. Okay, but you don't want these numbers every time with the scroll bar and it repeats. You want every time you want a fresh new text box. Okay, cool. So that's why I am doing this. Cool. Now the important actual part that I need to explain to you guys is the while loop. Okay, so while prize num is less than amount prizes. Okay, cool. So the reason I'm using that or doing that is because I am declaring prize num as 0 or initiating prize num as or equals to 0. Okay, so at this stage, it will always be less than amount prizes, because if you say amount prizes equals 5, then prize num will obviously at this stage it's 0. So at this stage it is less than 5, as we actually put in 5 at the text box. Alright, cool. Now, yes, it's true. Alright, cool. Int my value equals my random dot next 1 comma amount tickets. Alright, so this part is, okay, amount tickets is, in this stage, it's 1,000. So what I'm doing here is it can be a random number anywhere between 1 and the amount of tickets or people that actually enter the competition. So if I'm ticket 5, um, or ticket 5, it can be between 1 and 1,000 because I'm the 5th individual that actually entered the competition, if you can understand it like that. So it's per random, it's per chance that I'm winning a prize. Okay, cool. So I hope you understand that. And then here we actually just show the text or the output in the rich text box. Okay, so rich text box output.text is this control. The plus equals. Okay, cool. I'll explain that to you now. I just want to show you what this line on its own means. Okay, cool. So prize, you can see prize there, plus prize num plus 1. Okay, I'll also explain that to you now. Plus goes to tickets, and then your ticket number. My value, the integer that you used here, okay, dot string or dot to string. Okay, cool. So that is any number between 1 and 1,000 because we entered 1,000 tickets. So I want that value to be shown here every time that the text is being shown in the output. Okay, cool. So the plus equal sign means um, every while in the while loop, it's a repetition until this statement is not true anymore. Okay, cool. So the plus equal sign means that prize 1 goes to ticket 194. Okay, cool. Now, as you can see there, a new line goes to a new line and yet again another new line, the two ends, means, okay, cool, copy that over, then it's prize 2 goes to ticket 557. Alright, so every time, this is repetitive. So the plus equal sign means through every iteration in the while loop, there's going to be an output. Yes, there we go. Sorry, I'm trying to use my words here, guys. Anyway, so yeah, every time in the while loop which an iteration occurs, there's going to be an output. Okay, in this case, there's going to be 5 because amount prizes is equals to 5. Okay, and then I also, oh yeah, the plus 1. Okay, so in this, at this stage, I am adding a plus 1 because, excuse me, because at this stage it is 0. All right, but we can't say prize 0 goes to tickets 194. So if I should explain it like that to you guys, so if I'm taking this out, then it's gonna say prize 0, prize 1, prize 2. Okay, cool. Let's do it again, and it's only gonna output 4 to a total of 4, and it's not correct like this. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And a simple way of doing that is just plain and simple going and add a 1 to each of these values being in the output of the rich text box. Okay, cool. Now, also another important part for the iteration to actually check if prize num is less than amount prizes. And to do that, let's just type, I'm gonna show this here, yes. Okay, cool. So now as you see, the plus 1 fixes the numerical values of each prize. Okay, cool. Anyways, so prize num plus plus is the end there in the while loop. So as previously taught to you guys, the plus plus is every time where you plus 1 plus 1. Okay. So when this while loop initially started, prize num is 0 or was 0. And after every iteration, that becomes increased by 1. Okay, so first iteration, prize num is 0. Second iteration, prize num, okay, no wait, sorry. First iteration, prize num is 0, and at the end of the while loop, it turns into 1. Okay, then the second iteration is going to start with 1 and going to end with 2 because you plus 1 to the prize num currently in the while loop. And then it plus 1, plus 1, plus 1 every time during each iteration until this statement is not true anymore. So by, I think, the fourth one, yes, where you plus 1, it won't be less than amount prizes anymore. And then the while loop will stop iterating, and then it will just show you this, the output in the rich text box. So always remember, that's why I initiated it to 0, or actually added the value of 0 to prize num, in order to actually see, okay, cool, so it's 0 less than 5, yes. 1 less than 5, yes. 2 less than 5, yes. 4 less than 5, yes. 5 less than 5, no, it should be less or equal to in that case. But in this case, this is correct. Okay, cool guys, that was exercise 3 of practicing.